Wadworth Horizon crisp golden ale.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. This one is from the Wadworth Brewery, and they're a really good brewery. I do like what they do, especially their 6X stuff. I reviewed that recently. A lot of people put me onto that, and I decided to give it a go, and I was absolutely blown away by how good it was. I still drink that now. I found a shop not too far away that stocks it, and I regularly get my fill of that stuff. But I did buy one of their gift packs. One of the subscribers put me onto it, and they said that they are doing quite a good value for money gift pack. I'm not quite sure whether they still do it or not, but it cost me £32, and it was a range of their beers. Some of them were doubled up, but they had 6X and the gluten-free 6X. Couldn't taste any difference between them two at all. This stuff was in there, and I have to say, golden ale is probably my least favourite style of English beer. Reason being is it is so hit and miss. I have tried so many golden ales that have been below par in my opinion. Some have been downright disgusting. Some have been nice though. Fuller's do some nice ones. They do that honeydew golden ale, which is honey infused golden ale, and it's really good. It's one of my favourite beers from Fuller's. But there are some other good ones as well. And if Wadworth are anything to go by, then this should be a good one as well. It's brewed to commemorate, as you can probably see on the label. You see there's a balloon there. Henry Wadworth, the owner of this brewery, he decided to go up in a balloon one day, and he must have got caught in one of the thermals or whatever, and it just made him drift all the way over the West Country, and apparently he had to crash land on Poole Beach. Otherwise he would have been out to sea, and who knows where he would have ended up. But that was brewed to commemorate that. And this brewery have got a good tradition. They've been going since 1875, and they've been brewing good quality English beer since then. Now, I'm saying that, but this has got American hops in it, and I'm going to get into that on the next section. I couldn't find a brew sheet, so I don't know what's in here. I'm a bit wary. I'm always wary about trying English golden ales. It's a bit of a funny category or style of British beer. And don't get me wrong, they're good in the summer, and I think that's why they've been brewed. It's been brewed to be a lighter beer to be drunk in summer, and that's what they say about this as well. But most golden ales, you tend to find that's when they're brewed for. This stuff is actually recommended to be served chilled, and this is what this is at the moment. So before it goes warm, let's investigate it. Right, 500ml bottle, 4% beer. No brew sheet on this. I can't tell you what hops are in here, but it does say there are some classic and New World hops as well, which I assume mean there's got some British and American hops in there. On the side it says, inspired by young Henry Alfred Wadworth's first hot air balloon flight, which ended in a crash landing on a Dorset beach. That was in Poole, that was. Horizon captures a freedom of drifting across the West Country sky, crisp, fresh and golden for those who go beyond. Yeah, well, if it's all the same to you, I'd rather just sit here on my fat arse in the oil drum in the Garden of England. And there you go. So yeah, it's got, I'm just looking at the ingredients here. The tasting notes. The zesty aromas carry through the palate, and it backed with a light maltiness and crisp, refreshing finish. Crisp. It always winds me up when they call beer crisp. Unless it's a lambic, I wouldn't class it as crisp. But there you go. That's my mini rant for this evening. Let's get this open and let's see what's going on with it. Oh dear. I've had a couple of beers today. What else did I try? I tried some German beer that was absolute dog shit that went down the sink. That was the Hirsch beer from Lee. Is it Lee? Not Liedermann's. It's some German brewery. Can't think of the name of it, but it was an organic millet beer. It was fucking vile. That tasted like a bag ladies period. That went down the sink. I've tried some Yorkshire Best Bitter or Amber Bitter from the York Brewery. That was quite nice. Nothing special, but it was good. And now I've got some of this stuff. So the fridge is looking bare. It's like old Mother Hubbard's cupboard. And there ain't a lot left in there, so I'm going to have to stock up and see what else I can get. Weather's warming up, which is good. It is now coming towards the end of May 2021. After a series of days where it's been pissing down and sunny, I think the nice weather's finally here. I've been painted today out the back on the studio. That's coming along. Got the sparks coming in next week, and then I've got the glazer coming in the day after. Right, definitely zesty. There is an orange and a bit of lemon on there as well. And there's a slight astringency that's coming from that. Oh, and it's got that. When I talk about golden ale being hit and miss, there's a certain flavour and aroma that comes from it, that the ones that are good. And I really hope I'm going to be proved wrong here, but I'm getting that type of flavour on the aroma. It's like a grassy nettle type aroma, which is quite bitter, and it just doesn't work with golden ale. Oh well, maybe the taste will change my mind. Now, this is a good brewery, Wadworth. I don't think I've had a bad one from them yet. And a real taste of how good a brewer is if their golden ale is good. So I've done it arse about face. I should have tried the golden ale first, but then that may have put me off, so I've probably done it right. Anyway, let's stop guessing and let's get this down the hatch. Good elf. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's very well balanced and rounded. And the aroma that I was getting of that quite astringent, grassy type flavour and aroma, it's not in there. So that's a bonus. It's just very well balanced, very refreshing as well. Now I'm drinking this, as they say, chilled. And they've even said it on the side of the bottle as well. Not on the side of the bottle, on the website. And I agree with that statement. I think golden ale it's one of them stepping stone beers, and I'm sure that's why it's been brewed. It's to try and wean lager drinkers onto real ale, and this is the stepping stone. But they can get it so wrong. But this ain't bad. In fact, it is very good. There's a lovely orange zest there, and you think it's going to be big, and then it just rounds itself off. It's very well balanced indeed. Nice malt in there, nice biscuit malt. Nice mix of American, well, would it be American? They're fruity hops. So it's like an orange, there's a lemon to it. No real grapefruit. The grapefruit would really be what I would consider an American hop style signature flavour. That's not there. I have to say, this beer is a creeper. The more it goes down, the nicer it gets. And that is the sign of a good golden ale, in my opinion. It's really drinkable. And I really do get what they're saying about the stepping stone beer. If you're a lager drinker, this could be your gateway into the world of ale. Definitely fruity. You can definitely get them summer style tropical fruits like orange, lemon. Very, very faint, and I do mean faint, hint of it's either mango or peach. Can't really grasp what it is, but it's definitely there. There's something like that there. Again, I'm assuming that's coming from the American or the New World hops they're talking about. It's nice. It's a definite creeper. It's so smooth though. No real big finish. This is just a guzzler. And at 4%, it's the perfect guzzler. That's really good. And as I say, the more it goes down, the more you want. And it's weird. When I talk about drinkability, this is what I mean. This is the perfect example of drinkability. It's the flavours aren't massive. They're there, but they're not huge flavours. But when you drink, you want to drink more, if you know what I mean. And it's really good. And the more I drink, the more I like it. It's good, really good. No spiky flavours in there, no big, real dominating flavours. It's perfectly balanced, perfectly well-rounded, very modest, and I like it. It's a really good summer drink. That's won me over, that has. I wouldn't have expected anything less from Wadworth. They're a really good brewer, and they've come up and they've proved it with that. And I've always said that some brewers, I'm not going to name names, or am I? Well, yeah, go on, I will. Shepherd Neame, I don't think they get golden ale right. They try that Whitstable Bay, or I think that's what it's called there, the Whitstable Bay. It's okay, but it isn't great. It certainly wouldn't be my go-to. Marston's, well, they do. Yeah, I shouldn't even really be saying Marston's because they're not a good brewer, in my opinion. Anyway, enough about the ranting. What's the verdict on Wadworth Horizon Crisp Golden Ale? I had some real reservations. I'm always wary of golden ale. What was drawing me to it, well, nothing drew me to it. I got it in a fucking gift pack, so it didn't draw me to it. It was fucking given to me in the gift pack. I like what this lot do, and this came with it. That's been sat in my fridge for ages. Not because of the weather. I can drink beer. I'm not really one of these people that likes to drink seasonal beers at the correct time. I'll drink Christmas beers in the middle of summer. It doesn't bother me at all. I just had better beers, and this, I could see this on the shelf every time I opened the fridge. I could see that, and I've just thought, nah, don't like it. And I'm sort of half regretting that now, because that's the second beer that's happened to me. That's the second beer that's happened. The Yorkshire Amber Bitter was like that as well, and that turned out to be quite a good bitter. And this, I have to say, is a really good one. I'm going to give it a solid 8.5, and it's up there with some of the best golden ales I've tried. Not because of the big flavours, but because of the pure drinkability of it. And I've already explained what I mean by drinkability, but it is just so moreish. But there's no big flavours in there. I can't put my finger on what's wanting me to drink more. Maybe they've laced it with crack cocaine and caffeine with a sprinkling of dark chocolate. But yeah, it's just, I drink some and I want to drink a little bit more. Maybe because there isn't so many big flavours in there. But that's not to say it's not flavoursome. It's good. I like it. It's a definite 8.5 out of 10. Solid, and another good one from the Wadworth Brewery. Really do recommend checking their stuff out, especially the 6X. That's fantastic. But also the swordfish stuff that they do, that's really good. And the others whose name escaped me. In fact, I don't think they do an old ale as well. That's quite nice. But I don't think I've had a bad one from them. And this has just reaffirmed my liking for the Wadworth Brewery. So 8.5 out of 10 recommended. And remember, beer is working class champagne.